Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears, live an awesome life, giving you the tools to manifest anything. Catch my webinar. It is not on YouTube Live. It is on a private Zoom chat meeting where we can chat and answer questions, and you can spend 2 to 3 hours. It's down here in the description. It says webinars and courses. Click on it, get the information. Today we're going to talk about something that I think everybody can relate to, and that is being an enabler and energy vampires. How do these two go together? Well, they're directly related. We're going to talk about you giving away your energy because nobody actually takes it. You must give, right? Everything you give, you receive. And helping people versus being an enabler. Now, I have definitely done this. I'm sure everybody who cares about other people or really loves their friends and family wants to see them do well, right? We all have done this on some point. Or maybe you're in a relationship and you're trying to help that person. What you're doing actually is saying you're not okay, and I am going to help you to become what I believe is best for you, and also bypass the lessons that come along the way that they need to get their butt kicked so that they'll make a change. So how many times have you given somebody money and then they don't change and you give them more money, or you help them and they come to you and they say, oh, my boyfriend and I broke up, and you go, oh yes honey, he was horrible for you, and now you're worth more, and then he calls and she's out the door with the bad boyfriend again. And he's not really bad. What he is just teaching her some lessons that, hey, when you're done with being abused, then we'll break up and you can go on your way. These are all lessons. An enabler is somebody who often finds themselves wanting to be helpful, but is really imposing their own desires on somebody else. Now, there's a difference between an enabler and somebody truly helping. If somebody came to you and said, gosh, just haven't been feeling like I have purpose, and there's these things going on in my life and I don't know what to do every day, and you say, hey, listen, I've got this spiritual teacher on YouTube and here's a couple of her videos, and you send a couple of my videos. Now, if your friend is going through some stuff and you say, hey, here's some videos about, finding your life purpose or financial difficulties or whatever, and you find that they're not receptive to it, you're now the person who's trying to change them. Now, that doesn't make you an enabler. But what I'm trying to say is, if you have a consistent friend or situation where somebody has problems and you're always the person to fix it, if it is giving them the videos or the book or the money or whatever it is, you are now an enabler. An enabler is when you consistently keep trying to help that person and fix it, and they are not doing it. They must do it themselves. So how many of you have written me, Landria, help me, how do I do that? How do I get somebody just told me, direct message me, how do I get somebody to text me? I'm thinking, well, get out of your ego-based thinking, for starters, and just live your life. Just live your life and be amazing, right? We're all amazing. We're such individual creatures. But so the question is, we want other people to help us, but if I were to do that, which I can't anyways, if I were to do that, what would anybody learn if they got the gold medal and they didn't know what it was like to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and run, miles and miles every day, and, stretch and lift weights? And what would they learn? Nothing. And they would miss that journey that is so valuable. You got to remember, that's why we're here. It's that journey where you go, oh my gosh, aha. Have you ever reached some major point without some kind of a crisis along the way? Right? We've lost things and we realize, oh my gosh, this didn't make me happy. There has to be something more, because we think that's going to make us happy, right? And so somebody you're enabling thinks that whatever is out there is going to make them happy. And if they don't go inside here and make that personal change. And if they come to you and say, I would like your help or whatever, not you giving and being the cheerleader, because that's an addiction too for a lot of people. And then they go back to the complaining, and then you have become an enabler. If you are not helping them because they have asked for certain things and allowing them to go on their path and fail. So what happens is that is an energy drain for you, because you are actually wanting something from them. I know this because I've done this before. I was desiring a positive change for them. And when it didn't happen, I was disappointed. Why? I had expectations. You'll always be disappointed if you have expectations. Expectations is the ego saying, I expect something from you. Somebody said something, because my dad is an amazing person, and I mentioned on a video that the only thing that he ever said he didn't like was he wasn't real thrilled with the Catholic religion. And somebody said, I'm so disappointed. I was just so disappointed when I heard that. And I thought, well, you're going to be disappointed the rest of your life, because people are not going to believe and think the way you should, you believe they should, right? And the fact that you're even thinking that, well, somebody could say, I'm disappointed in that you're judging somebody else. Where does it end, right? So can we stop judging, stop having expectations, and stop wanting that person? Of course, we wish well for them. Prayers, sending them, good vibes, good energy. Now, here's where this switch comes that is better for you and better for them. Walk away. I'm going to tell you what an energy vampire is. Nobody takes your energy. Let's get that out of our head. If I hear that one more time, people suck your energy. Like somebody comes in the room. We're all one energy. That's it. It isn't like you have more or less than somebody. You get depleted when you are going into a density, a lower frequency. That's all that is. You're not depleting your energy. You're going into a density, a lower frequency, a lower vibration. You're focused on that. And that means your energy is going into your worry, your whatever it is that you're going into, that is, your focus is being all put into other areas instead of out here. That's all there is. It's just a really focus of your energy. No one depletes your energy. There's no vampire that sucks the energy out of you, all right? You must give it. So here's what happens. We have friends. Do you have the friend that's just always complaining? I'm not talking about working out problems, girlfriend talk, you need a good chat to work your stuff through. I'm talking about you go to a dinner party and there's like that one person, and every conversation is about their illness, the one that they had, their family, how bad their family was, if most times it's not even going on anymore. All their childhood traumas, if I hear that one more time, then they have a story of what they are, and I am the abused child or the whatever. And so you realize that their energy is so low, it's in such a dense place, and that is an energy vampire. That's one, it's such a heaviness, and we are connected to each other. You will pick up on that lower frequency and that energy, and you'll feel like you're being drained. But you're actually almost like an empath. You will feel the lower frequency. And the more you're around those people, the more it's going to affect you. It's not healthy to listen to that stuff. Can you be the higher frequency in the room? Yes. Don't hang out with those people. It's time now. I know we all want to help each other, and we will. Your energy is still intact, but if your focus now is on what you're hearing and feeling from them, and that's the quantum field. We want to focus on the higher frequency, the higher thoughts, the higher actions, solving the challenges, finding out what the teachings are, not complaining and victim, right? The person over here is the victim. It's always somebody else's fault. Or somebody said, what about if you're a victim of abuse? And hello, what time is it? Is it going on right now? It's now. What are you going to do now? That's gone. What did you learn from it? Anything? Obviously not. And of course, you're the only one in the world that has had these problems. Everyone has. Every single person has dealt with major challenges. We don't escape that. All right, so this is a little bit of a spiritual butt kick because I want you to understand that this split of what's happening with the different dimensions is happening, and because we're one energy, we're always going to be connected to the things that are going on. And through raising our own frequency is the best way we can help anybody else. And once they get done with their own journey and they decide they're done suffering, then they too can raise their frequency. So the energy vampire, they're addicted to the complaints, the victimization, and they're addicted to having you help them. They love it. It makes them feel great, gives them all kinds of attention, and then they go right back to the same old, same old. It's a pattern. Imagine a cord that you have to somebody who's in negative energy, and you just clip, and they float off like a helium balloon off into the sky on their journey, and you bless them. Take care of you. Your energy must be at its highest right now, and allow the others to go off, and if they go down to stay in the third dimension, so be it. So be it. That's okay. They'll make their way back at some point. There's no good nor bad. Don't freak out about this stuff. Do your job. You're here on a mission, and it's amazing. You guys are unbelievably amazing. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Go in the description, LandriaOnkka.com, webinars and courses. Take one of my courses. You have to go to my website. You go to my website, or you can click and do my Manifest Anything free course. It's actually just videos for about a week. Every day, 5 ways to manifest anything. That's down there also. And that's an email funnel that comes over. The webinar, spend 2 to 3 hours with me. We go through stuff. I have you do exercises live. It's really exciting. We've done some amazing stuff. Take one of my courses. Then we have weeks that you work on all of this with 180 videos. I don't know how many, like 28 meditations. It's crazy what I give you, all right? I've got the tools for you, but I can't do it for you, and you can't do it for them. All right? Tell them to put the teeth in, the little vampire teeth in. Bye-bye, shut the door, and you start raising your frequency and watch what happens. It's going to be amazing. Namaste.